Alright, so now I've decided I want to do a video telling about the history of my cars. Not as many cars, but it's a weird story with all of them really, nothing major, but I could incriminate myself quite badly in this video. I'll think about that. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the history of my cars, and if I'm being completely honest with you, one, I'd want to I think it's good for everyone to know who I am by watching the videos. I know half of you know me already, that's why you're watching, it's quite cringy, but hi. But, I don't know, it's nice to document this kind of stuff, and plus, if I record, I'll get more comfortable on camera. Because right now, I can talk to the camera more than most people, but at the same time, I'm not exactly, like, fluent. I've recorded this clip, about 12 times. I wish that was an exaggeration. It's not, but we're here. So, yeah. I'm going to look into the history of my cars. I'm still learning how to edit with this real good InShot. I'll pay for something one day. When I have a camera, I'll pay for something so it comes out better. But right now, we're doing what we got. We're making videos, we're trying. So yeah, without any further ado, or we do one of them. Let's have a look at the first car.
So, here we are. Green Lupo. This car, I got it because it was meant to be a parts car for my mate's car, because he needed an engine, if I remember rightly. And they said the right engine is a 148 valve, this is a 1416 valve. It was all going to work out. But, so the plan was, I'd take the shell, he'd have the engine, I'd use his engine, get it sorted, put it back in this, and I've got a car. But as you can see, didn't happen. Turned out something was different with throttle bodies and stuff, it just kind of wasn't worth it, because it was only a daily to him. But yeah, so this Lupo ended up being my car for next to nothing, which is fair enough. Like, I can't argue with that. As you can see, first car, started modding it, came on coilovers, came with a couple of things done, but I loved it. I wasn't driving, I couldn't mess with it, I didn't care. I thought it looked pretty cool for first car. For being completely honest, I didn't even know what a Lupo was before I got this thing. But it was a capable little car, I loved it, and I miss it, and I want another one, honestly. As you can see, it was a massive work in progress, it looks like a shed. But it was cool, it was low, I'm a kid, I don't care. This is a picture of the car before I owned it, well before, but look at it, it was cool. Chris Laws lent me these wheels, they were sick, Stugger ST7s, they just fit the car perfectly. And do you know what, I keep forgetting how long this car sat for. I had it for so long and I didn't even realise. It looked sick though. I'm just saying, looking at the pictures like, wow. This is that time that some idiot drove my car, no idea who, one day. But yeah, black housing headlights, wheels, coilovers, paint matching, it looked cool, in my opinion. Took it to MOT, laughed at me and told it was too low. Sick. So I bought this. Cheers for this, Ant, but I thought this was an amazing deal. Had two Lupos, I was buzzing. Almost cost me next to nothing again. But the car was a bit damaged, but it did its job. And obviously me being an idiot, damn, slammed it on the coilovers and wheel off the other car, because I'm bloody brilliant. Again, looked pretty cool. This one was more of a shed, wasn't as fast, it was only a 1 litre. But it was cool. This is the first car I ever actually drove on the road, like that was my own car. And I fell in love with it. Stripped our rear end, thought it was a race car, still slow as hell, did well. But again, it wasn't the great, but I still miss it. As you can see, it stood out enough. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty cool car. Again, since it was technically my first car, if you don't count the green one, because I never actually drove it on the road. But yeah, I did some dumb stuff, drove it for quite a while. Definitely didn't get pulled out of a ditch that night on this picture, but it's alright. But then I did that, because I did a reverse to first, and I destroyed the gear linkage. And the reason I didn't put the green one on the road is because it needed work for MOT. And I didn't have the money to do that, so I bought the silver one, and the silver one broke, so then I was a little bit stuck. As you can see, they both went stock, both got sold, and there you go, I ain't got a car anymore. So, start looking at this, message them, try to sort things out, don't work out, so I ended up buying this, which, yeah, probably thinking the same thing I thought, but it looked like crap, but it was a car, so I accepted it. I wasn't happy about it, but I accepted it. Don't get me wrong, this car is a beast. Only a 1 litre, slow as hell, but it was so fun to drive. It took so much abuse. Anyone that knows this car knows how much I kicked the crap out of it. I never had an issue. Except for a snap drive shaft. That's a different story. That was my fault. Took it to a photo shoot. I drove his car for ages. Again, it was a complete bag of crap, but like, it had character and it did its job. Like, towing a trailer, definitely legal. Was allowed to do that. Sick. But it just, look at it. It don't fit in at all. But it was so good. That car took almost as much abuse as a Honda. If not, maybe more. But it did me so well. I did nothing to it really, except for put these wheels on it and cut the front springs. Again, EJ9 wheels, you can see what the pattern is here. But it was cool. Again, it wasn't a cool car, but I liked it. And I drove it for that long. You get attached to cars, you just do. Everyone that drove it says it was a good car, and I believe it was a good car. But it wasn't fast, it was fun to drive. But yeah, drove to Scarborough one night, did a U-turn, slammed on, snapped the drive shaft. There's me and Bowser going to get it. Alright, Bowser, how you doing? Yeah, fixed it. So literally within 20 minutes, just so I can go see this car on the right. Chris Laws' pre-face Micra. Missed that car, only saw it once, but it was so good. Sort of spoiler off the Micra. Towing the trailer, because again, workhorse, went to go get parts for it. And I miss that car. I miss all my cars, if obviously, I'm being honest, but then yeah, this is one of the last times I drove the car, took it to Cadwell Park. It was dying, it just was. I spent the whole time looking at Civics, I wanted the new car, and luckily, this popped up. And I'm just like, I was amazed, I didn't believe anything. This car got advertised for braking, and I was like, how much would you take for the car? And he was like, honestly, mate, I've had hundreds of inboxes today, but come get it for £200 tomorrow, it's yours. So yeah, didn't mess about, straight there, got it. And this car expected a rot box underneath. The exhaust was bodged, but the car was solid. It still is solid to this day. And yeah, as you can see, I had to drive the mic for a little bit while I waited for that to get sorted out, and that's how it died. Anyway, so yeah, there's Stephen being Stephen. Congratulations, mate. Took it to MOT, because I had no MOT when I bought it. Couple of tyres, a sticking caliper, rebuilt the caliper, got 2 tyres, done, on the road, sorted. There's us doing idiot things, because we thought we had to modify our cars, and sick. It's a cool looking car. I put the manifold on it that I bought before I even had the car, because I knew I wanted one. That's not the best decision, but it worked out well. It was a monster truck. It looked cool, but I don't know. I'm still in love with this car to this day. Like, it's just sick. Jump back to reality for a second. So the Civic, right? It needed MOT, which ended up being, like I said, caliper and 2 tyres. Straight for MOT, sorted. I got that on the road, and obviously, because an EK Civic is one of my dream cars. It's pretty obvious if you know me. You know, on Instagram it's pretty much all I post, because I'm an idiot. My nephew Elon Musk. Do you get bored? Because like, I would, but I keep posting them anyway because I like them. It must get annoying. I'm sorry if it does. Probably not going to stop. But anyways, so that car. What did I do first? I got some coilovers given, which is, yeah, I messaged someone that they had some parts in his shed off an MB Civic, which is a 5-door shape Afterman, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, so MB, EG, EK. I don't think EF are the same, but coilovers are for a lot of the cats for each other. So I knew MB coilovers would fit, so went and picked them up. Cheers for the lift, Aaron. And he'll cry for that later, so I know. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so went down to go pick them up. Coilovers again for free. Can't complain. Went home. The G next day, put them on. The back end of the car was slammed for a while, which you'll see a picture of that in a minute. But yeah, so got coilovers for free. Had a lip off Lloyd's old car. Stripped out rear end already. Wasn't proud of it, but it's how it is. Had a mad exhaust leak, which I eventually just gave up and chopped the exhaust off. Then tried to make a bodge exhaust, which worked for a while. But then because of me being me, didn't last very long. But yeah, we'll go back to the pictures. So yeah, as I said, got the free coilovers, went home, slammed the car. It looked sick. So much lower, so much cleaner. I was in love with it. I still am in love with it. But it just, when you're this age and you've already got what you class as your dream car, it's such an amazing feeling. and that car means more to me than mostly anything in the world. It's sad, but you know me, you know how much that car means to me. So obviously I kept doing stuff, nice photos and stuff, paint matched the lip. It looked so good that night. There's pictures with Kogan. It just, I don't know, I just love it, and I miss it looking like that. I put the white sunstrip on, which was really controversial. I think it looked badass. It is kind of Kanjo style in it, but that's not what I'm going for. I think it just looked clean. Then paint matched side skirts and just did all little bits like that. Kind of just drove the car on this time, just enjoying it. Because, like, again, how can you not? It's just cool. It was only a 1.4, 100 brake with a manifold and everything. And I don't know. Then Kogan let me use wheels, which had just BBS's off a Polo, but they had NS2s in them, and shit, I need some good tyres. Because them tyres changed everything. Took it to YMS. This was a mad day. Like, it was so good. I took it onto an off-road little like obstacle course thing, and as you can see, that's our bumpers off. I came I think it was like 6th place out of like 30 something cars. There was all-wheel drive, 400 brake cars there, I think, like, and I did pretty good for the Civic, I think. Like, I was quite proud of that. So yeah, again, I had so many late nights in this car, just driving around, just enjoying it, because I just loved it. Cut the bumper. Was unsure about it. I had a spare bumper, so why not? Like, again, this is like another night where I just drove around all night, because I just liked driving. It was fun. It was just nice to cruise in it. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to go with it. I don't want to go full track cars. You can see, like, kind of went down that style around this area. But at the same time, it's like I enjoy the car too much to go full out track car. So I started doing little mods again, like black housing headlights, which I think look good. You can see the state of the lip there. That lip's been painted more times than, like, it's just been painted a lot. Got a D-badge grille, again, in black, looked okay. Preferred it paint matched. And the car in this form right now was like perfect. Again, you just enjoy driving it. Beautiful weather. I love the car. It's just great. I started caring too much. Started doing rust repair, and it's just, yeah, it kind of ruined it around this time. But then I got the wheels. It was a good farm by Lloyd, to be fair. The 16s look good, but it just, I don't know. It's just one of them where it's just the car was too fun to drive. I couldn't take it off the road long enough to do work to it that I wanted to. But then, me being me, kept running around like this. Obviously, got the wheels put on, and it just worked. The car turned out like really well. The 16 slowed it down, which is why I'm going to go back to 15s after this. But I don't know. This phone's decided to tell me it's down about 20 times. But anyways, the car was in perfect shape right now. It looked a bit weird, but I liked it. But I had to sell it, and then I regretted it, bought it back, and look at that. It was crash damage, and I had to repair it because the front end got caved in. I don't know what I'm doing by any means, but as you can see, got it sorted. Previous owner, I don't know what happened. Like, I had to drive down to London to get all the bits for anything. And the car still looks like it's now, as you've seen, like, or you're going to see in future videos, but it was gutting, but I fixed it. I had my car back. I didn't care. I was happy. Again, it's a shed, but it's cool. If this car wasn't one of my dream cars, I'd have scrapped it ages ago. But an EK Civic, I don't care if it's an EJ, it's an EK. It's that shape. It's just great. I dailied this for a while when I was like between cars, but that's gone now, and the Civic's back. But while driving that Corsa, I decided to do a really, really smart thing, and I drove it without insurance, and I got caught. So yeah, can't lie, I got off lucky, but it's quite good in that the car's now sat there doing nothing, and I have an 8-month ban. Currently a month into it. It's terrible, but I'll live with it. It gives me time to put the car back to how I want it to be. Fix all damage, make it a nice car again. It's upsetting, but, you know, it's life. What are you going to do? I got off a lot luckier than I should have ever got off. And, I don't know, I've just got to live with it. Anyways, I think this is it. You've caught up now to where I am. If you've got any questions, comment them below. Follow me on Instagram. I'll put it in the description. And yeah, just so you all know, I'm not trying to be anyone. I'm just trying to record videos, just trying to do what I'm doing. I'm going to build my car. I'm going to record it. I enjoy it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I apologise for that. So not going to be much driving off me for the next 7 months, but I'll make sure it's interesting. See you next time.